There'll be a forced ending to the long-running Qantas dispute. 21 days of talks between the airline and the unions have ended in failure, and the dispute over wages and job security is now heading to binding arbitration. Negotiations with pilots, baggage handlers and engineers collapsed this afternoon. Karen Barlow reports.
It's a protracted industrial dispute that's affected thousands of air travellers. But 21 days of talks between Qantas and unions have gone nowhere. And now Fair Work Australia will decide the outcome for them.
Qantas will be happy to accept the adjudication of the independent umpire, and we call on the unions to also accept the independent views of that independent umpire.
Unions say this is what Qantas wanted all along. They say they compromised and the airline didn't.
It was nowhere, by any stretch of the imagination, where we wanted to be, but we compromised. That's been rejected by Qantas and we proceed to arbitration.
Alan Joyce is not concerned by today's developments.
We have nothing to worry about with the Fair Work Australia making binding arbitration, and I'm sure the unions should be viewing it the exact same way.
It could take several months, possibly up to a year, to come to a binding agreement. During that period, there can be no industrial action. Job security remains the sticking point.
We made proposals that would have and could have achieved a lower cost outcome for the company, because they're not prepared to just reduce labour costs. Their objective is to outsource their entire workforce.
We've maintained our need to have flexibility with managing the business going forward, and that's been made very clear to all of the unions.
The Transport Workers Union is still threatening the possibility of legal and international industrial action, so travel plans may yet again be thrown into the air. The TWU will decide on Thursday whether to join pilots in challenging Fair Work Australia's ban on industrial action. A successful challenge in the federal court would open up the possibility of Christmas-time strike action. Qantas says it's been advised the ban is sound and air travellers can book with confidence. But local industrial laws don't cover overseas transport unions, and they may soon be increasing their support in the fight against Qantas. Karen Barlow, Late Line.